What if I told you one of Central Florida's most desirable towns isn't actually inside Orlando? Has a population of only a few thousand people, is surrounded by the famous Butler chain of lakes, and is home to celebrities, professional athletes, and some of the area's most beautiful neighborhoods. If you're thinking about moving to Central Florida, you need to know the difference between Windermere, the town, and the Windermere area because they're not the same. And understanding that difference could completely change where you decide to buy a home. Hi, welcome back. Hi, I'm David Dowell, real estate broker and real estate attorney here in Orlando. And I help people relocate to Central Florida all the time. Now, today, we're going to take a complete tour of Windermere, Florida. I'm going to cover a lot. I'm going to cover where it's located, the difference between the town of Windermere and the surrounding areas, the types of homes you're going to find in Windermere, luxury neighborhoods, golf courses, lakes, boating, restaurants and shopping, schools, commute times, home prices, and whether Windermere is really worth the premium price that you're going to pay to live in Windermere. So let's get started. So let's start, first of all, where is Windermere? One of the biggest misconceptions is that Windermere is a suburb somewhere way outside of Orlando. In reality, Windermere sits about 13 or 14 miles south of downtown Orlando, between Winter Garden and Dr. Phillips. And it's only minutes away from Walt Disney World. In fact, parts of Windermere actually abut up against Disney World property. So in reality, most people, they're surprised to learn that the actual town of Windermere is so tiny. I mean, it's got less than 1 square mile of space, and it's home to, just a few thousand people. That's it. But when people say they, quote unquote, live in Windermere, they're often referring to the surrounding unincorporated communities, the areas that carry a Windermere mailing address from the post office. Those neighborhoods include Kings Point, Isleworth, Lake Butler Sound, Berkshire Park, Summerport, Lakes of Windermere, Windermere Trails, the Reserve at Belmere, Casabella, and a lot more. You see, this larger Windermere area is where most of the residential development has occurred over the past 2 decades. So let's talk about why people love Windermere. Well, Windermere, it offers something that is surprisingly rare in Central Florida. It's a peaceful, small town atmosphere with easy access to absolutely everything in the area. So within about 20 minutes of Windermere, you can reach Disney, Universal, downtown Orlando, Restaurant Row, Winter Garden, major hospitals, and the Orlando International Airport. But once you actually enter Windermere, everything seems to slow down. The streets they're lined with mature oak trees. The lakes, they're absolutely everywhere. Golf carts are very common. People walk to parks, local events, and farmers markets. It just feels much more like an upscale lakeside community than a busy metropolitan suburb. So that's one of the biggest reasons I think that buyers relocating from states like New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, California, they fall in love with this area. Now, if there's one feature that defines Windermere, it's got to be water. The town is surrounded by the world famous Butler chain of lakes. This is a connected system of pristine, beautiful lakes, consistently ranked among Florida's best for boating, fishing, paddleboarding, and just general waterfront living. And some of the most recognizable lakes include Lake Butler, Lake Dowell, Lake Tibbet, Lake Chase, Lake Pocketet, Lake Louise, and a few others. Many of the luxury homes in Windermere, they feature private docks, boat lifts, Some have sandy beaches, and most have incredible sunset or sunrise views. So even if you don't live directly on the water, the public access and nearby parks, they're going to allow residents to enjoy the lake's lifestyle year round. So don't worry about that, guys. You can get your boat in the water. So let's talk about the homes, though. One reason Windermere appeals to, I think, so many buyers is the incredible variety of homes that are available for sale here. See, you're going to find everything from, maybe the little charming cottages and the townhomes to multi-million-dollar waterfront estates. Now, as far as entry-level homes, those are typically found in communities such as Berkshire Park, Windermere Trails, Summerport, Lakes of Windermere. Now, these neighborhoods, they all feature a lot of amenities like community pools, walking trails, playgrounds, family-friendly environments, and homes here are generally built between, I'd say, the early 2000s and today. Now, also, you've got the luxury communities here. Windermere is internationally known for neighborhoods like Isleworth, Keens Point, Lake Butler Sound, Cheyne du Lac. See, all these communities offer guarded gates, golf course homes, waterfront estates, tennis facilities, clubhouses, concierge-style amenities. And these are some of Florida's really most prestigious addresses. You're going to find a lot of professional athletes, from Shaquille O'Neal to Tiger Woods, a lot of executives, entertainers, and business owners that have chosen Windermere because of its privacy, its security, and its lifestyle. Now, speaking of golf courses, golf is another major reason why buyers choose Windermere. You see, the most famous course, I'm going to say it's Isleworth Country Club. This is consistently recognized as one of Florida's premier private golf communities. And a big chunk of the PGA stars will actually live in Isleworth. But nearby, close to Isleworth, you're also going to find the Golden Bear Club at Keens Point. That's a Jack Nicklaus course. You'll find Bay Hill Club and Lodge, home to the Arnold Palmer Golf Tournament every year. Orange County National, I think, is one of the largest training facilities in the country. And the beautiful Disney golf courses. So whether you're an avid golfer or simply enjoy golf course views, there are excellent options throughout this entire area. Now, let's talk about restaurants and shopping. Although Windermere itself maintains what I would call a really quiet residential feel, you're never far from outstanding dining. You see, downtown Windermere, the little town, it's got local cafes, casual restaurants, ice cream shops, coffee houses, a farmer's market, community festivals. But just minutes away, just a few minutes, you're going to find Restaurant Row in nearby Dr. Phillips. Now, this is home to dozens of highly rated restaurants, ranging from casual eateries to really fine upscale dining. Now, shopping is equally convenient. You got nearby destinations, including Winter Garden Village, Hamlin Town Center, Lakeside Village, the very upscale mall at Millennia, and Disney Springs just down the road. So residents enjoy the peaceful lifestyle of Windermere without sacrificing convenience. Now, we can't talk about an area without talking about their schools. Many families, they do choose Windermere specifically because of its highly regarded schools. See, depending on the neighborhood you're living in, students may attend schools such as Windermere Elementary, Sunset Park Elementary, Windermere High School, Horizon High School, Bridgewater Middle School. But there's also several highly respected private schools nearby, making the area attractive for families seeking multiple educational options. So because the school zoning can change, and it often does, it's always important, guys, to verify school assignments for any home that you are considering buying. So the big question comes up, who should live in Windermere? Well, I think Windermere is perfect fit if you want beautiful neighborhoods, excellent schools, mature landscaping, lakes and boating, golf, luxury communities, easy Disney access, really quiet residential streets, and, very importantly, a strong property resale value. However, it may not be your best choice if you prefer like a more urban lifestyle. You want maybe a walkable downtown with a little bit of nightlife, or you're searching for the lowest price homes in Central Florida, or maybe you just want to avoid HOA communities. If you do, stay away from Windermere. But fortunately, nearby areas like Winter Garden, Horizon West, Claremont, and Dr. Phillips, they each offer different lifestyles. And I'm going to be covering those in separate videos very soon. So in conclusion, Windermere, I think, has earned its reputation as one of Central Florida's most desirable places to live, if not the most desirable. So whether you're looking for your first home, a luxury waterfront estate, a golf course property, or simply a peaceful community, close to Orlando's attractions, Windermere offers a lifestyle that's really, really difficult to match. You see, every neighborhood has its own personality here, its own price point, its own amenities. So finding the right fit is really important. So if you're thinking at all about buying or relocating to Windermere, I'd be happy to help you explore your options and really to determine which neighborhood best matches your goals. So if you found this video helpful, guys, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos about living in Orlando and Southwest Orlando communities, and leave a comment below. Let me know which area you'd like me to feature next. Now, also, if you're planning to move to Central Florida, check the links in the description to download my free Orlando relocation guide, or feel free to schedule a consultation. I'd love the opportunity to help make you move and make your move as smooth as possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.